The Grapes of Wrath is a novel that cuts to the bone of human struggle. Its portrayal of the Great Depression and the Dust Bowl migration, a stark reminder that some wounds never fully heal. What makes Steinbeck's masterpiece endure is its unflinching look at the darkest aspects of the American experience, where dignity and desperation entwine like the roots of a parched tree. This book will break your heart, and that's why you need to hear what it has to say. The historical and cultural context of The Grapes of Wrath is as crucial to understanding its impact as the soil is to a tree's roots. Steinbeck wrote this novel during a time when the Great Depression had ravaged the nation, leaving millions without work or hope. The Dust Bowl, with its devastating dust storms and failed crops, had turned the once thriving agricultural lands of Oklahoma and Texas into barren wastelands. It was an era of unprecedented hardship, where the American dream seemed like a distant memory. Against this backdrop, Steinbeck's portrayal of the Joad family struggles resonated deeply with readers. The novel's exploration of themes such as poverty, exploitation, and the disintegration of traditional ways of life struck a chord with those who had experienced similar hardships. The character of Tom Joad, with his quiet strength and unwavering commitment to his family, became an icon of resistance against the dehumanizing forces of capitalism. Steinbeck's use of biblical allusions, particularly in the title and the character of Rose of Sharon, added a layer of depth to the narrative. The image of the Grapes of Wrath, symbolizing the anger and resentment of the oppressed, is a powerful metaphor that continues to haunt readers to this day. Similarly, Rose of Sharon's stillbirth and subsequent act of kindness to the starving man in the barn serve as a testament to the human spirit's capacity for resilience and compassion. The influence of other writers, such as Upton Sinclair and Theodore Dreiser, can be seen in Steinbeck's work. However, it was his unique blend of journalistic realism and poetic lyricism that set him apart from his contemporaries. The Grapes of Wrath is a novel that wears its heart on its sleeve, with characters that leap off the page and dialogue that rings true to this day. One notable passage that exemplifies Steinbeck's mastery of language is the description of the dust storm that ravages the Joad's farm. The dawn came, but no day. In the gray sky, a red sun appeared, a dim red circle that gave a little light. This sparse, economical prose belies a profound sense of desolation and hopelessness, drawing the reader into the world of the novel with unflinching honesty. Steinbeck's portrayal of the Joad's journey is notable for its use of intercalary chapters, which serve as a kind of narrative breathing room, allowing the reader to step back and consider the broader context of the story. These chapters, with their spare poetic prose, are like the stillness between waves. They give us a sense of the larger tide of history that is carrying the Joads along. Take, for example, the chapter that describes the used car lots along Route 66, where the desperate and the deceitful converge. Steinbeck's description of the carnival atmosphere, with its tinsel and bright cloth, is a scathing indictment of the predatory capitalism that's preying on the vulnerable. It's like watching a hawk circle its prey. You can feel the tension building, sense the unease that's lurking just beneath the surface. This kind of narrative innovation was influenced, in part, by Steinbeck's own experiences as a journalist, where he learned to cut through the noise and get to the heart of the story. You can see this same directness in his depiction of the Joad's struggles, where he eschews sentimentality for a more nuanced, unvarnished portrayal of their lives. It's like looking at a photograph that's been stripped of its sentimental filters. You're left with a raw, unflinching image that demands your attention. The character of Joad is a great example of this. She's the emotional center of the novel, the one who holds the family together through sheer force of will. Her dialogue, with its folksy wisdom and quiet strength, is like a warm fire on a cold night. It comforts and sustains us, even as it acknowledges the harsh realities of their situation. When she says, "We're the people that live," it's like a declaration of defiance, a refusal to be defeated by the circumstances that are arrayed against them. This kind of characterization was influenced, in part, by Steinbeck's reading of William Faulkner, who was also experimenting with new ways of capturing the human experience on the page. You can see this same experimentation in The Grapes of Wrath, where Steinbeck uses a range of narrative techniques, from the intercalary chapters to the poetic prose, to create a sense of depth and complexity that is still unparalleled in American literature. The way Steinbeck weaves together the personal and the political is a hallmark of The Grapes of Wrath. Take, for example, the character of Jim Casey, the former preacher who becomes a labor organizer. His story is a powerful exploration of the ways in which economic hardship can radicalize individuals and communities. When Casey says, "I ain't no preacher no more," it's not just a personal declaration. It's a statement about the failure of traditional institutions to address the needs of the people. This kind of characterization was influenced by Steinbeck's interest in the lives of ordinary people, particularly those affected by the Great Depression and the Dust Bowl. He spent time with migrant workers, listening to their stories and learning about their struggles. This research informed his depiction of the Joad's journey, from the overcrowded migrant camps to the harsh conditions of the farms. One notable aspect of The Grapes of Wrath is its use of biblical allusions. The title itself, of course, references the Book of Revelation, but there are also echoes of Exodus and Genesis throughout the novel. Steinbeck uses these allusions to convey a sense of epic struggle and moral urgency, drawing parallels between the Joad's journey and the great stories of the Bible. The character of Tom Joad, in particular, is a kind of modern-day Moses, leading his people out of the wilderness and into a promised land. His famous speech at the end of the novel, where he says, "I'll be everywhere, wherever there's a fight so hungry people can eat," is a call to action that resonates deeply with the biblical tradition. Steinbeck's use of language also deserves attention. His prose is often described as sparse and economical, but it's also incredibly evocative. Take, for example, his description of the California landscape. The yellow foothills curled like a lion's tail, and the mountains stood up behind, blue and unfriendly. This kind of writing creates a powerful sense of place, drawing the reader into the world of the novel. In terms of its influence on other works, The Grapes of Wrath has had a profound impact on American literature. Authors like Raymond Carver and Joyce Carol Oates have cited Steinbeck as an inspiration, and his work continues to be widely read and studied today. The novel's themes of economic hardship, social justice, and personal struggle also resonate with contemporary issues, making it a powerful and relevant work in the 21st century. The Grapes of Wrath has also been adapted into numerous films, plays, and other works of art. John Ford's 1940 film adaptation, starring Henry Fonda as Tom Joad, is a classic of American cinema, and the novel has been translated into dozens of languages. Its influence can be seen in everything from Bruce Springsteen's music to the work of documentary photographers like Dorothea Lange. Despite its widespread acclaim, The Grapes of Wrath has also faced criticism and controversy over the years. Some have accused Steinbeck of being too sentimental or melodramatic, while others have criticized his portrayal of certain characters, particularly the novel's female figures. However, these criticisms only serve to underscore the complexity and richness of the novel, which continues to be a subject of debate and discussion among scholars and readers today. The way Steinbeck explores the tensions between individualism and collectivism is another key aspect of The Grapes of Wrath. The Joad's journey is often seen as a kind of quintessential American story, one that celebrates the independence and self-reliance of the individual. And yet, the novel also highlights the importance of community and mutual support, particularly in times of hardship and struggle. This tension between individualism and collectivism is reflected in the character of Rose of Sharon, who begins the novel as a kind of symbol of hope and renewal. Her stillborn baby, which she offers to a starving man at the end of the novel, is a powerful symbol of the ways in which individual struggles can be transcended through acts of collective kindness and generosity. The Grapes of Wrath is also notable for its exploration of the American landscape, particularly the vast and often inhospitable terrain of the West. Steinbeck's depiction of the dust storms, the migrant camps, and the fertile valleys of California creates a powerful sense of place, one that is both beautiful and brutal. The Grapes of Wrath endures as a testament to the human spirit's capacity for resilience, hope, and collective action in the face of overwhelming adversity. As Tom Joad so eloquently puts it, "I'll be everywhere, wherever there's a fight so hungry people can eat," a declaration that resonates deeply with our own ongoing struggles for a more just and compassionate world. The Grapes of Wrath is more than a novel. It's a call to action, a reminder of our responsibility to one another, and a powerful exploration of the human condition. Like this episode if it hit true. Share it if you respect honest talk about books. Subscribe, because we'll do this again. This is Ernest, signing off.